Well, obviously the boys made a mistake, officer.
A coffin! That's what's down there, a coffin. I saw them carry it in.
What?
Yeah, you'll find Jerry Dandridge in it, sleeping the sleep of the undead.
Ooh.
What are you talking about? He's a vampire. I saw him in that room last night. He had fangs and he bit her on the neck.
Heavens. What are you talking about? Wait. We can't just leave like this.
Hi, television neighbor. I'm glad we're together again.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. It's a little bit late on a Tuesday night. And you know what? I was thinking, this past weekend was Friday the 13th. And man, everybody did a lot of the Friday the 13th content, myself included. I did 7 movies that are like Friday the 13th, but aren't Friday the 13th. We did Slippy's Friday the 13th ranking, which that video has gotten huge buzz. A lot of people love that video. And since doing his video, since doing the 7 movies, I found myself watching a lot more Friday the 13th as of late, the last couple days. And, Friday the 13th is not over for me. I don't care if it's the 16th. It is not over for me, damn it. It's still Friday the 13th to me, damn it. And I want to talk about that tonight because going back and watching some of these again on this little VHS over here, it just really brings me back. It brings me back to being a kid and watching these things on VHS for the first time. Like I told you guys before in another video, the first time I'd ever seen a lot of these movies was on cable, on TV. So a lot of them were cut. And then I ended up doing like a Meg marathon with my friends at his house when I think I was maybe a freshman in high school or in middle school or something, where we watched all of them all night long. I think I talked about that as well. And we literally went to the video store and rented every single VHS tape to do this marathon. So, watching them on this, it really does bring back memories. And I've talked about this before. Friday the 13th is my favorite horror franchise of all time. Might not be everybody's, but it's mine. I really just love the aesthetic of it. Being at that summer camp really just vibes with me. Being in the woods, Jason's such a cool killer. And the thing about the Friday the 13th movies that I think kind of work for me is that more or less they found a formula that worked and stayed pretty consistent with that formula. People could argue that part 5 kind of changed it up a little bit, sure, but they stuck to the similar formula. The only time it really started to change was when we got into Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, and stuff like that. But man, I really do love this. And what I love about it as well is just kind of the evolution of the Jason character. It's not just like all these different directors did all the movies. They came in and just kind of started from zero, which I appreciate that these somewhat connect. And Jason deteriorates as it goes. And I think that it really just kind of fits more or less this story, at least the first 8, in my opinion. Everything connects. And, as I was looking at these VHS tapes, I was like, man, this had such iconic artwork. And me, I'm a huge poster guy. I'm a huge movie poster one-sheet guy, collector of posters. And what ended up happening with Friday the 13th is I feel like most of the posters are better on the VHS tapes than they were as original one-sheets. And I've never really have heard anybody else really talk about that when it comes to other franchises. This one, yes, because a lot of the Friday the 13th, and we talked about this when I was doing that episode with Dead Pit and Slippy, is that some of the movies had a lot of text. There wasn't a lot of pictures on some of the one sheets. And I think that really took away from it. And they kind of, redeemed themselves with these VHS tapes and some of the artwork we got on these. So I easily could say, hey, I'm going to talk about the movie posters, but there's a lot of movie posters that I don't really like, but I love their video artwork posters. I love that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of rank these and where I kind of feel like these fall in the franchise as far as how cool some of these posters are. And I figured I'd just do the VHS tapes. I don't have Freddy vs. Jason on VHS. I thought I did, but I was looking. I'm like, man, I don't think I have it. So that's not going to count. We're going to go from part 1 to 10 here. But before we start, I'll see who is in the chat. Come say what's up if you are here. If you are new to the chat, feel free to say hi in the chat. Usually people are pretty cool in here. But yeah, and I could use your help, and I would definitely love, as I start pulling them, for you guys to be like, oh, great pick, or oh, it's bullshit. Like, let me have it. I'm curious. Because again, I'm kind of almost just going off a whim here on this. So let me see who is in the house and say what's up, and I'll try to get to you. William, what's up, man? What up, 304 horror? Hey, man, I appreciate that. If you are in here, make sure to hit the subscribe and like button. Appreciate that, my man. Marky Balboa's in the house. What's up, brother? Friday 13th show. Hell yeah. It's not over. We're continuing with the Friday talk. Fight the good fight. You're all doomed. What up, Alex? How are you, man? First Friday cover art is so good. 100%. Talia, what's going on? Fozzie Rotten's in the house. Go check out the Foz, man. Rad. What is up, dude? Planetoid is in the house. Cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I love talking artwork and posters, and you know, people have asked me like, "Oh, do more poster talk." I'd love to, but it's hard, right? Like, do I bring these in and undo them? I mean, it's hard to really talk posters in here unless I'm flashing an image on the screen, and I just like physical things, so I'd rather go through the trouble of holding up a poster than just showing you an image on the screen. So with the VHS tapes, it's actually pretty easy because I can just hold them up. So that kind of works as well. I'm on fire, brother. Come on, brother. I have been trying to put out more content lately. I said, you know, my goal for the year when it came to just, you know, improving the channel and, you know, with subscriber count, like I was hoping to get to 20,000. We're kind of way behind on that now. But again, I blame a lot of it on myself. I had some things happen during the beginning of the year that it was unexpected for me, and it had to take a lot of my time. So, you know, the first couple months, I really wasn't doing as much content as usual. And I've had to kind of try to pick up the ball again and roll. But the last couple weeks, the last month has been really strong. People are watching the videos, leaving a lot of comments, interacting. I try to get to the comments as quick as I can, or at some point I will respond or acknowledge and thank you guys for interacting. So if you watch my channel or my videos, I don't care if it's live, I don't care if it's on the replay, feel free to voice your opinion in the comment section, and I will do my best to get to it and answer whatever question you have. But that definitely helps the channel out. When you guys share the videos out, that helps the channel out as well. So I'm going to do my part and come up with cool content for you guys and be here for you guys. But if you guys want to help me out, just, you know, spread the word. You know, anybody that likes movies, nostalgia, collecting, send them my way. Show them the channel. Have them check it out. I'm also on Facebook. I have a Facebook page at Born2beRad. If you want to be part of that page, go find me on there. There's a community on there, a little bit different community, but there's a community on there as well. I'm on TikTok. I do a little bit different content on there. And I'm heavily on Instagram. So if you guys are Instagram fans, you can find me at Born2beRad over there. And we also just launched the first pilot episode of a brand new podcast with myself and CK from Dead Pit Radio called Anchor Bay Archives. And it's going to be strictly on retro physical media stuff. So if you were around during the heyday of DVD, the tail end of VHS, you definitely want to come hang around that. And we are on Spotify. We'll be on Apple iTunes like any day now. So definitely go follow us over there. Leave us a review. That really helps us out. And you can find us and follow us on Instagram as well at Anchor Bay Archives. And if you haven't watched the pilot episode, you can listen to it on Spotify, or you can watch it on this channel in the playlist Anchor Bay Archives. Dr. Alex, have you ever played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles in Time? I have. I never had a Super Nintendo, so, you know, I was playing Turtles in Time like at friends' houses, and, you know, they've come out with it again like on other platforms and stuff. I played it. But I was kind of into more of like, what's the other one? Manhattan Project? Was that what it was called? Cyberstone Heist or something? I don't know. I had one for the PC that sucked. And Hyperstone something I had for Genesis. I like that Oh yeah, and the exclusive news on the show the other night was Red Shirt Pictures will be putting out the Jason Goes to Hell documentary. So very cool for Slippy to drop that news on our show. What up, Night 90? Thanks, buddy. Hoss, what up? What Woolsworth, dude, sick. Hell yeah. Gory Tiger. What up, Dalton? I think all VHS covers are great, but the original Friday 13th VHS, great cover. Great cover. People are throwing in their favorites here. Fight the Good Fight says, the reason I got into Friday 13th, my friend and I would sneak into his dad's collection and watch. Dude, I love stories like this and bringing back these memories. Everybody's got a cool story of their first time watching things like this. Like I said, mine was basically the marathon on cable with the neighborhood kids, and then we did a real marathon with the VHS tapes. We stayed up all night, and I talk about that in another video, but I love hearing stuff like that, man. I really, really do. Um, I would love to just do some kind of like roundtable story time when it comes to a specific topic. Holly, what's up, kid? I gotta talk to you, kiddo. So hit me up. I got asked to. I don't know if you'd be able to go, but I got asked to host or co-host a screening of Return of the Living Dead in August in Salem. So that's going to be that announcement officially is going to be dropping very soon. That I'll be co-hosting that screening show, which would be cool because it's really the first time I've done that. So it's really, really cool. I didn't know if it would be something you'd be going to. Perry fan says, great to see you. I'm wearing a red bandana now. I don't know. Hell yeah. Look at this. Everybody's joining that rad army. What up, dude? So good. So good. Rad, another rad man in the house right here. Another radster. Go check out Rad. He's over on the YouTube as well. Thank you, man. I appreciate you being here. Definitely hit that thumbs up. Hit the roundhouse kick the damn thing, he said. Blu-ray Attic, what's going on? The Rad Man Friday the 13th live. Incredible. Yeah, it's not over for me, man. I got to keep going. I've been hooked on Friday again this last week. So, what up, movie fan? Hell yeah, of course. I still do too. Lenny, what's up, man? Thanks for being here, dude. Wait a minute. Vinegar Syndrome used to be cool, but anymore they scratch the disc of Golden Child. Really? You know what? I really screwed myself with my Vinegar Syndrome order, I think. I haven't even got a shipping notice yet. And I was like, what the hell? And I looked, and what I did was I started ordering some drops. Like they released Destroy All Monsters, Destroy All Neighbors. And I was like, holy shit, I need to get that. And I added it to my cart, and I think it was a pre-order. So I think they're holding all my shit until everything's in. And I think I really screwed myself on that. So unfortunately, I was all excited to do like Dirty Work reviews because that's one of my favorite comedies is Dirty Work. And I was hoping to kind of do that quickly, but I don't think I'm getting my Vinegar Syndrome order for a little while. So apologies, but I think I screwed myself. What up, Jason? Manhattan's definitely favorite VHS. Manhattan's interesting because it had a couple different images, but the VHS art is really good as well. Let's see. Justin recommended a movie. Yeah, I don't watch that swill. I'm not going to watch that. I don't like that kind of shit. Do I own many Friday 13th screen prints? I own 1 and 2. I own Jason Goes to Hell 1 sheet, Jason X 1 sheet, Jason vs. Freddy 1 sheet. And I have the 1 sheet for Jason Takes Manhattan, but the I Love New York one. That's it. I have other screen prints of like Friday 13 Part 3 and Part 4 and 5 and 6. I have a lot of screen prints for all of them, but like not the original art. Like I have like alternate artwork, which like artists drew, like their versions of their style posters. So I actually kind of pretty much think I have some kind of screen print or poster for each one of these movies, but not originals or anything like that, except for a couple. Oh, that's awesome, kiddo. Wow, first time. I'm shocked. Harclays says, absolutely love the new Anchor Bay Archives podcast. There's gonna be, yeah. So the Anchor Bay, we're gonna have some guests, guys. So some collectors. We're gonna have some guests of people who've been in the community for a while that just love Anchor Bay. A couple people from overseas. So it's been a little bit hard getting them to just come up with a time that we can all work with. So 100%, you're gonna see some people on there talking about different releases and stuff up and coming. But we have some things up our sleeve. It's just finalizing some things. So if everything that we have planned will happen, you guys will be really excited. So Wes has a lot of connections too from the Dead Pit stuff. So we're really focusing on getting some cool stuff for the show. No more podcasts. I can't do anymore. I'm running thin enough. Thank you. I appreciate it. We need some bandanas with Born2beRad. I had some. I have some for me, but I mean, I could easily. I don't know if I could easily, but I could. If people wanted them, I could do them. I just don't want to buy a bunch of them and then like 2 sell. Interesting. What is a Friday the 13th Grail item you'd want? Mine would be to get the 3D print of Miss Voorhees' head. That would be sick. Really, what's funny is I actually have. You guys can't see it, but like, maybe you can. I have a notebook here that I take notes on like all different show concepts and like podcast ideas. So I do a lot of back work. And if you notice right here, it says Holy Grails. So that was a show I'm working on, like with ideas on like, my top 10 horror Holy Grails that I want in my collection. So it's funny you say that because there's 2 items on here from Friday the 13th. Nothing's like a screen used prop, but one of them was the Friday the 13th part 5. They had like a mask lamp. I think Pizzal has it, to be honest with you, but that was always something I wanted. And I literally could have gotten it back in the day for like $50. And I can remember because I was like, that's a little expensive. Well, stupid me, because now it goes for like $300. But I would love to try to find or score one of those suckers for sure. Radkins, what's up, broski? Yeah, man, if I can put you to sleep in a good way, if it's like a little ASMR for you, let me see if I can do it. How's that feel? Feel pretty good. Yeah, man, if you pre-ordered it, it should be coming by the end of the year. If you guys haven't pre-ordered the 95 through 99 doc, I think it's already over as far as the pre-order. But if you go on my posts on my YouTube channel, and if you scroll down and you see me do a post about the documentary, I have a special Born2beRad link that may still work. So if anybody out there is like, oh, I missed the pre-order, it's not up anymore, go to my posts, scroll down until you see In Search of Darkness, something about In Search of Darkness. Click the link I posted. That's a personal link for Born2beRad channel that may still be accessible. I don't know for fact, but sometimes because it's for me, I may still have access to get in there and get it. Try it if you guys still want it. But yeah, it should be coming out this month. I like those documentaries a lot. I mean, again, I always try to find different grails that I maybe haven't seen. And then also I like to rewatch those and be like, oh, damn, you know what? That looks cool. I haven't watched that movie in years. And it gives me like a new reason to watch certain movies. Then, of course, on top of that, it gives me good reason to come up with content for them. So people want the headbands, huh? All right. What up, Dea Hunter? What up, Jack? Hell yeah. Family video, baby. The DVDs are cool too. I have all the original DVD pressings up there. They were cool too, the artwork and stuff. I haven't been paying attention really to Vinegar Syndrome news, so I don't know. I haven't seen anything. That's sick, dude. That's sick. I have the Friday 7, like a mini poster, like an 11 by 17. Signed. But yeah, that's sick. What up, John Doe? Go check out John Doe Juggalo. What's up, my man? All right, let's get to it. Greg's in the house. What's up, dude? I will get back to the chat, but let me see. I'm going to scroll down really quick. Now people are going to rock the bandanas. If you guys don't know, you can go to shop.born2beRad.com and you can get, there's so much shirts and stuff. And then you get shirts, hoodies, hats, sweatshirts, tons of stuff, tons of designs. What? Holly. We'll chat, kid. We'll chat. What do you want, Holly? We'll do a little chat ski. Am I still thinking about getting the new Jason Arrow 4Ks? I have them. Already. Antonis, what's up? All right. You know what? I would love to get some busts, but I just don't have I would love to get busts. I really would, but I just don't have the room for them. And I feel like it is one thing I'm really missing from my collection. I have no busts. Besides like this stuff up here, I don't have any, like, and I would love, one of my grails is a Michael bust that a guy's doing that I love, but I just got to try to find somewhere to put it. All right, let's get down to it. Let's start when it comes to the VHS artwork. Let me see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. My number 10 has to be Friday the 13th Part 2. Now, there's actually a better poster than this that I have, which is this image, but like it's got Jason coming out of the water in here. So I don't know what that's from. It might be an overseas release, but I do have a poster with that on it, which is a lot nicer than this one. It does really resemble Part 1 a lot more. But I'm going to have to go with this. I'm going to have to as my last pick. It's just kind of bland, you know? I feel like it could have been so much cooler. I like the idea that it kind of resembles Part 1. Like, I do like that. I love things that are, like, aesthetically matching, but I just think that this could have been a lot better. Because when you look at Part 1, it's got more going on, right? I wish this one just had more going on. So that would have to be my number 10. And again, I do kind of like all of these, especially going forward. Like, I think everything after this is, like, really strong. But I have to pick and choose, and that's where it gets hard. So my number 9 is gotta be, and it sucks because honestly, this I forget, but I did a ranking. This was either number 1 or number 2 on my ranking. I don't remember what I said because it switches sometimes. Hate doing it, but Friday 3 has to be my number 9 for the VHS artwork. Like, I mean, it's cool with the 3D image of him coming through, like the curtain and stuff, but I don't know. I don't really like that logo at the top. I don't like that, like, I don't know. It looks like it's like wood, like a wood font. I don't know. I don't. I like the movie a lot. This is one of the first Friday 13s I'd ever seen, and maybe that's why I'm a little biased on how much I like it. But I think when it comes to the artwork, especially on the VHS, I think it's a lot less cool than some of the other ones that we got here. For sure. It is a classic for sure. But when you start seeing like the art now again, I'm not talking about the movies. This is all just the art, right? It's really hard to compete with a lot of this stuff. It's just, and these are going to be hard to start ranking now, right? Cuz they're really cool. Man, now I'm second guessing myself here. Okay. Damn. Okay. I love this artwork. I really love this artwork. I think this is the best artwork that this movie has. So this movie has a bunch of different artwork posters. This is the absolute best. And it doesn't make any sense, but I've always loved the simplicity of it a lot. And that is The New Beginning Part 5. Now, again, I actually love this artwork. This is one that I'm sure all you guys see and be like, shit, man, I remember seeing that on the shelf growing up as a kid. Um, and it was super cool. You know, obviously we know now this mask doesn't exist in the franchise, but it does kind of tell you that, you know, you're not going to get Jason in this too. So I kind of like that idea of that. This is the best poster. Now, they never used this on the one sheets. This was like a VHS only poster. And the lamp that I was talking about is kind of resembles this. I have this exact mask. I have this exact mask, and in displayed, if you watch my movie room tour, I have a red light behind it that's shining through the eyes. So it's this VHS sits next to it on the shelf, and it really looks awesome. And that's kind of like my makeshift. I don't have the lamp, but this is the next best thing. And it's actually a more accurate mask than the one that came on the lamp. But yeah, man, I love this poster. I really do. But I think when it comes down to having to bring the rest to the table, I gotta put it here. I gotta put it here. Um, it's iconic. It really is. And it is such a bummer that this never had any other like one sheets or anything like that. Now, maybe it's got reprints. Maybe there's a video poster of it somewhere out there. I don't have it. Um, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything out there that's like a legit size or anything like that. But I absolutely love that poster. And what I do like about it is some of the VHS tapes, they've got a lot going on, but they're simplistic at the same time. And that's what I can really appreciate about these. So I'm gonna have to go with my number 7. This is gonna hurt a lot of people, I think. Um, I'm gonna have to say my number 7 is the OG, and I freaking love this. This is hanging on my wall in my movie room right now, signed by Sean Cunningham and Kevin Bacon. So I love this one sheet a lot. Um, Spiros did this. I mean, it's iconic. It really is iconic. Love it. Um, a lot. Now, again, it's got that silhouette, but it's got a lot going on in there, right? It's the cabin. It's a cabin. It's got all that detail in the woods. You got the people in there. I love this. Love this artwork. A lot. And I know this is going to really kind of sway some people here. I don't know. I don't know what I would have done better. I don't think there's any better artwork for this movie than this one. None of the overseas stuff, nothing. I love it. But again, I also like simplicity of things as well, which is what's going to bring me here to my number 6. And it's got to be now I'm second guessing where I just put that. Shit. It's got to be part 6, Jason Lives. It's got to be. Now again, I'm almost wondering if I should have switched those two. Now looking at this, I do love the idea of the grave with his mask in the back. I think that's really cool. But now looking at this and then looking at the OG, I almost feel like I should have switched these up. But I do like this image a lot. This is another one where I'm sure you saw this on the store shelves a lot growing up. But yeah, I don't know now. Again, that could go back and forth, man. You guys let me know. What would you have done here? Which one's better? Tell me right now. Which is a cooler artwork? Part 6 or part 1? Let me know. I know this is more iconic, but you guys are going to be the judge right now. You tell me. You got 10 seconds. Part 1 or 6? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. All right. Based on you guys, I'm going to flip my vote, damn it. This is going to be my number 7, and this will be my number 6. You know, when I looked at it again, I was like, there's a lot I like on it, but when you really do look at the detail and how iconic this is, the black, I guess you guys are right. But they're both great. Like, that's the hardest thing about doing rankings, because everybody always assumes that you don't like something. I like all these, but I have to put them somewhere. But number 5 is a little more simplistic. And that's what I liked about some of these, is that it was simplistic enough, but iconic enough that you remember. Man, I remember Jason Lives on the video store shelf. I remember Friday 5 with that white mask with the red eyes coming through. I can remember that on the video. That's what makes these iconic. Stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to put at number 5, my top 5. We're already at top 5. Is gotta be Part 7, New Blood. This is such a cool image, guys. Such a cool image. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's so badass. I have this mini poster. I don't have the one sheet. I wish I did. But yeah, I have Laura Park Lincoln's autograph on mine. And you know what's funny is, as you guys know, is I'm a personal trainer, and I used to train a woman whose name was Tina Shepard, and I used to find it so funny. And I also trained a woman named Sandy Johnston, which I always found funny as well. But yeah, I got to put this at number 5. It's so freaking cool. So cool with the blade in the middle. It's funny too, because like, they all use this kind of knife, but like Jason never really used this kind of knife. This is like a Scream knife, basically. But I always loved that a lot, actually. And now we get down to the 4. Now, this is going to be challenging, guys, because you've got two things going on. You've got a little more simplistic, and then you've got really a lot going on. And I like both of these. I really like both. I like the simplicity. I like the all out. Now, this is going to be hard. Very, very hard. Okay. When I saw this poster art, I saw it for the first time at the theater. I was in the theater for something. I don't know what I was watching. I was a kid. And I saw this like a standee or a poster or something. And man, this stood out to me. And at that time, I knew who Jason Voorhees was. So when I saw this image, I was like, shit, what the hell is this? What are they going to do here? And that's Jason Goes to Hell. I love this more than I love the movie. I'm not saying I hate the movie or I don't like the movie, but I like the art a lot. Like, I have the one sheet. Like, when I saw this for the first time, I was like, what is that snake coming through with the teeth? It's a chrome mask. Oh my God, Jason's going to have a chrome mask. That just felt so 90s chrome. Like, it just felt like they were going to take him and evolve him into like more of like the mid 90s look with a chrome mask. But we never got the chrome mask, unfortunately. But I mean, this was embedded in my head since the day I walked into that theater and saw this thing. And again, it was either a standee or a poster. I don't remember. But man, this is a badass design. Sick. And I apologize too, because like, I feel like when I do these lives, it looks better here. When I get closer, it doesn't focus as good as it should. So yeah, what a cool image. it's a real cool one, man, and that's why it made my top 4. And same thing, like, let's go back and talk about going into that theater again as a kid and seeing this image. I was a little older though now, and all of a sudden I was like, "Holy shit, this is gonna be sick! What the hell's going on here?" This is one of my least favorite Friday the 13th movies, but one of my favorite posters for this franchise of all time, and that's Jason X. This poster screams 2000s. I mean, you got the half Jason, the half Uber Jason. You've got the knife in the middle, this badass knife with this girl's reflection screaming in here. Man, like, this is a rad poster, man. This is a real cool piece of artwork with the reflection coming through the knife and seeing that two split Jason like that. Seeing this again, it was either a poster or a standee at the same theater that I saw the Jason Goes to Hell one many years before. I saw this thing and was just like, wow, this is cool. Now I see people saying it was inspired by Seven. Sure, it could have been. Now, I like the idea with the mask and the girl. I love it. But the small detail here about the reflection of the woman in the knife, I think really puts it over for me. And I have this one sheet and it is beautiful in person. It's actually way nicer than even this VHS is. It's got a lot of blue in it. It's really, really nice. So this is my number 3 right now on this list. And again, I can see that one being a little bit polarizing too, especially because of the movie, but I want to try to take the movie out of it because again, I just had this poster on my wall recently and I was looking at it and I was like, wow, this and Jason Goes to Hell are beautiful, beautiful posters. Very, very vibrant, a lot going on, very detailed. I really, really like them. But I'm down to my final two. One's very simplistic. It's not as detailed as these ones, but it's simplistic yet detailed enough. But they both are the ones that you saw these on the shelf and you're going to remember them. As soon as I pull this, you're going to be like, ah, man, I remember that image all over the shelves. In my number 2 is got to be Jason Takes Manhattan. What a beautiful image. Now, I know a lot of people really prefer the I Love New York, and I do too. I have that poster. It's all white, his mask coming through. It's mint money. They had to switch it, but they did a great job here, man. Again, they used that same kind of knife that Jason is not known for at all. What would you call that knife? That scream knife? Is a certain name for it? I don't know off the top of my head what the name of the knife is, but this is a great poster. So colorful. Him looking over the city. You got the purple reflection. I'm a big purple guy. You get it in the water. Beautiful. Beautiful. A buck knife. Yes. Thank you. A buck knife. That's what it's called. But yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic poster. I mean, I don't have this poster. I actually want to get it now. To be honest with you, because I only have the white one, but this is a really, really nice print image here. It looks great on the VHS too. Really pops. And I've actually seen, I think Scream might have did a mashup of this where they put Ghostface looking over the city, and I think that even looked cool. But the number 1, I have to say, it's just something about this image. And this was not the one sheet at all. The one sheet was junk, but this is iconic. And you can get a video poster of this image. It's been in my cart for many, many years. You can actually get 2, one with the knife and one without the knife, which I do think is pretty freaking sick. And it has to be Final Chapter, man. I mean, that image, as simplistic as it is so freaking cool. His that knife, the buck knife again, going through the mask, the blood everywhere. Now you can get a poster of this without the knife going through the mask and with no blood. It's just the mask chilling. I do wish there was a little more going on, maybe with the logo, maybe having it more red or something. But like, just that image is just, it's so freaking cool, man. Like, you see this on a store shelf, you're like, what the hell is this? And I'm also going to say, you know what else really put me over on this image was one of my first introductions to Jason was the NES game. And when you put that Nintendo game on, the title screen was the Jason mask like this and the knife going through it. Like it shoots from the top of the screen, bam, 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 and it hits the eyeball. So that to me was like one of my first introductions to Jason was that image of the knife coming through the mask. And that was the image for part 4. So, man, love it. Like these 10 movies, amazing artwork, especially on the VHS tape. I think they all are great. I think 2, there's a better image out there, which is similar to what I just showed, but it's not that one. But there's a better image out there of that. But man, these are money. I wish some of these were the original artworks. Like I said, part 4, that's not the original. Part 5, that's not the original. I wish they were because these are beautiful, simplistic, memorable art pieces here. And I wanted to talk about them because I just think that when it comes to a franchise that has that many films, to have that many cool posters is rare. I'm thinking now, like Halloween had cool posters. Elm Street had great posters, a lot more detail on the Elm Street stuff. And if you guys like this kind of video, I mean, I could go through each of those. I have all the Elm Streets on VHS. I have the Halloweens. I mean, I could do one for each franchise because I do like talking artwork as well. Because like I said, I am a poster collector and it's so much easier to showcase these kind of things than unfolding posters all over the place and trying not to rip them. But I saw somebody ask me in here what I thought of the remake poster. I would say that would be dead last for me. I do have it, the poster. It would have to be dead last. I thought that was actually kind of a generic poster. I have a teaser poster. It's a mini poster that Derek Mears signed for me, and it's black and it's just got like the mask. It says coming soon. I thought that was a nicer poster, a lot more simplistic, but it was what I was used to with Friday the 13th. Like up in the corner, I don't know if you can see up at the top, there's like a Jason mask and like a shadow box. That's the remake mask, and the mask is great. It's a nice looking mask, really cool looking mask. But I think the artwork they chose for Jason, the remake, wasn't the greatest. Like seeing him just kind of standing there. I think what makes Friday the 13th and a lot of other artwork so good is when you don't see the person, right? You get an idea of the person, but you don't actually see them. So I would have to say that would be dead last. Freddy vs. Jason, though, if I was to throw that in there, that's a really nice poster as well with them doing face to face. That probably would have fell maybe at number 8, probably. I probably would have put that right after maybe like part 3, I would say. I like that poster a lot. I like that one a lot better than the one where that looks like they're holding hands, kind of. I don't like that one that much. I only have the Hellraiser stuff on DVD, so I mean I could do it that way. But Hellraiser's interesting too, because like I have that Hellraiser poster right there, which is a mini poster, but there's a bigger one, right? But they also had that red one, which is super sick. As well. But I guess a lot of people do agree part 4. If you guys want to leave me your rankings, I'll check them out. In the comment section down below, leave me your rankings. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. But a lot of people are saying, yeah, 4 is great. Some people are saying final chapter. Moth and Head is here. He's saying his ranking 1, 4, 2, 9, 5, 8, 3, 6, 7, X. Interesting that 2 is so high. But yeah, I agree. I don't hate any of them. I don't hate any of them. I could do it. So again, guys, like leave leave a comment down in the comments and just let me know. Would you want to see this in other franchises? I have them. I have Chucky. Oh, well, no, I don't. I've only got the only VHS I have for Chucky's are 1, 2, 3, and Bride. But I mean, I do have all the DVDs. So as long as they've got specific artwork, I can roll with it. I've got all the Child's Play DVDs. And I can even do it for DVDs too. But yeah, I love talking this stuff for sure. But guys, that was my ranking for the artwork on the Friday the 13th VHS tapes. Again, not all these converted to one sheets. That's why I want to do this, because I do think when it comes to Friday the 13th, the video tapes, VHS tapes are the best artwork versions for these movies. Guys, I don't want to be on here long. Wanted to make this kind of short and sweet, but if you want a little more radness in your life, go back and watch a couple of videos that I posted recently. Number 1, 7 movies to check out if you like Friday the 13th that aren't Friday the 13th. The Slippy ranking video, that's a long one, but it's freaking, people are saying it's like one of the most entertaining streams they've seen all year. It was fun as hell. And definitely go check out my Reanimator history on physical media. Not a lot of people watch that one. So if you haven't checked it, definitely go check it out, guys. I'm hoping to have some stuff for you this week. I've got a crazy week of work, so you probably won't see me live for the rest of the week, but I'm going to try to get something out maybe for Saturday morning for you guys. But guys, thank you for support. Definitely appreciate it. If you're watching on the live, you're watching on the replay. Love you guys. This is Garrett at Born to Be Rad. And like always, stay rad.